It's Shawshank Redemption, baby. And by that, I mean it's a freaking revenge game against Seattle here in Detroit. You know what? That game still sits sour in my mouth. It's probably sitting sour in yours. And we know for a fact it is in our boys as well. Last year, losing to Seattle, week 3, I believe it was week 3, 48-45. That kept us out of the playoff run. It all comes down to the end of the season. We need Seattle to lose to the Rams. Oh no, but they did it yesterday or whatever, 3 days ago. Thanks a lot. We go 8-2 down the stretch. Doesn't matter. We do not get into the playoffs. And so you gotta imagine that is just swimming around in the minds of our players. I mean, St. Brown keeps a crap list of all the wide receivers before him, so you know that this is something that they are talking about. This is the team that kept us out because we lost in a disgusting game where, man, 48 points? They almost put up a 50 bomb on us. Our defense was atrocious at that point in the year. Took a long time to get them rolling, week 8, week 9. And then you see us go down that stretch. We go from one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and we kind of cruise our way upward. Now, all that being said, new year, new time, opportunity strikes. I love that we're playing them week 2. I love that it's our home opener. You know that this baby is sold out. There's standing room only. If you're going to the game, get loud. It's going to be incredible. I really think the Lions are going to feast on Seattle. I mean, you look at Seattle, they're kind of in a precarious situation here. Last week, they lose to the Rams, subpar, not even mediocre Rams team, at least I don't think. Maybe we'll see what goes on with them. But Seattle's in kind of a tough spot where now they got to come to Detroit, and the boys are hungry. The boys are going to feast on them. So here they come. They lost 2 O-linemen last week, which bodes really well for a Detroit Lions team coming off of a huge W against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. They lose 2 O-linemen, Abe Lucas and Charles Cross. Both of these O-linemen go down. They are not ruled out for this week. They're just questionable, like, hey, what are they going to be? So the situation is being monitored, is being looked at. But both of these O-linemen, even if they come back, man, they're banged up. And from what I understand, Seattle went and they signed another guy yesterday. I'm blanking on the name, but he is a perennial Pro Bowler. Like, guy's good. He's older. But to me, that's saying, hey, Cross might miss a couple games. He might miss some time. So they're bringing somebody in here to fill that slot. So with 2 O-linemen going down, even if they're both back, they're banged up. They're banged up early. And so you look at Hutch, Houston, Paschal, Alim McNeill, Romeo Quire. Like, you look at our boys up front, and they want to eat. They are ready. Last week, we saw them put up 7 QB hits on Patrick Mahomes. No, we weren't able to get him down, but man, James Houston wrapping up the legs. Like, the second half, Lions D-line was finally getting to Mahomes. Granted, at a huge disadvantage when you're not calling the right tackle for moving all freaking game. Be better, NFL. But that is neither here nor there. Hutch, Houston, the boys up front, Paschal. I think that if this O-line is banged up as they are, there's no reason we shouldn't see 2 sacks this week, couple QB hits. Like, I really am looking forward to seeing what the D-line is able to do. Should also be noted that Jamal Adams is injured as well. Again, not out, being looked at. However, seeing that he went down, and Witherspoon and the hamstring injury, where is he going to be? Is he actually able to play and come out for game 1 for him? We will see. The biggest thing to keep your eye on is their wide receiver core against our secondary. Seattle's wide receiver core, pretty freaking good. I mean, led by the mammoth himself, DK Metcalf, followed by, they picked up JSN in the first round. And then they also have Tyler Lockett. They got Lockett. So you look at Seattle and you look at that, man, it's really going to be, can our D-line apply the pressure and bust through their O-line to get to Geno Smith and make him have to dump the ball off quick before they're able to end up, if that O-line is able to hold on and they're able to hold our D-line off, Geno has a little bit of time. Metcalf, Lockett, these guys get open. That's where it's going to be the most interesting matchup. Obviously, last year they put up 48 points. but it ain't last year. We don't have Jeff Okudah. We don't have Emmanuel Ruarie. We are not rocking the same secondary with Hughes and Board and all these guys. Like, we are looking at a different secondary that kept Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, obviously no Kelsey, I get it, to 20 points. Tony also dropping the ball over and over again. My bad, man. But Cam Sutton, lockdown corner. CJ Gardner Johnson, obviously out there doing work, chirping all day. He had that one pick right through the hands. I can still see it over and over again. And Brian Branch, man. Listen, our secondary against their wide receiver core is going to be a ton of fun to watch. I just think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be electric. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the pressure applied by the D-line onto Geno to make him have to dump that ball quickly. So D-line, do the job. Do their job. Bust through that O-line, especially if they're injured. Make your way to Geno. Make him chuck it quick. And then the secondary can take care of the rest because we got a great secondary. We do. Last year, they put up 48 points. It ain't going to be that this year. When looking at our offense, which if our offense can get rolling, which we struggled against KC. We did. Offense only put up 14 points. But if we can get that offense rolling, we can get moving, get back into last year's season form, end of season form, heck, Lions should be putting up 27 points this game. Seattle, looking at them, looking at what they got, I think they put up 17. I think the Lions win this game 27-17, but that's just me. It ain't going to be a shootout like it was last year. It's not. Shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. Not with our defense. Our defense went from piss poor to pretty freaking good. So, drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you going to the game? How amped are you? What do you see happening? What's the score? Give me that prediction down in the comment section. Seattle fans, if you're here, hey, should be a fun one. Thanks for keeping us out of the playoffs last year. And because of that, I hope we feast on you. I'm just saying. But I also would love to see you win your own division. San Francisco, though. That got away from me.